not? Okay. So free nom domain registration you did, facing issue while registering. No, issue should not be there, because if I go free nom and no need to register also, rather directly you can log in with your Gmail ID and click on sign in. And I am not using this, rather I am using the Gmail one and I am registering using that. So I click on this and log in with my Gmail ID. Sorry. So here I logged in, and here you go, I have registered, and I go to the services. From you can take free and paid domains. You can take it or register a new domain. You click on that and take the domain, or you click on my domain. Here the domain that you have already taken it, right? So this is the domain name that I have taken. Okay. It was not accepting Gmail. Akshay is saying, yeah, issue. What about the issue? The registration issue that you're talking about, both of you, right? Akshay and Sachin. So normal registration. The one more site, if I remember correctly. Let me validate. One more site is there. You can also take it from there. Just a sec. The site name is Cloud DNS. So you can take it. There was error. I am getting your social login could not be determined. Name is Cloud DNS or rather. If I go here, CLOUDNS. Okay, you can take it from this guy, cloudns.net. And free DNS, you can take it over, sign up for free. So you can use this site also, free DNS. Okay, so you can take it from here or you can take it. These are the two different sites. Yeah, Satyavan is saying is working with Gmail account. It's working for Satyavan. At least work for someone. Huh? So I am giving this URL, cloudns.net. You can use this also. Okay, and register it. At least one domain name you register it there. Okay. So CloudNS or Freenom. So Freenom is working for me, so I'll go to the Freenom and I'm in my domain name. In my domain name, you click here. If you want to go here, then click on management tools and name servers. In name servers, for you it must be selected this option, but for me it is selected this because I have already used. So we have to click on the custom namespace. Now what is name servers, why we are doing it? For a timing, keep it aside. Let me show you how does it work. So I click on this and no servers that I have, nothing is running. I click on this launch instance. It will give us the IP address and the DNS name, right? And we do have a script of Apache installation. So what we are going to do, we are not going to log into the putty and all, rather we will directly go to the Bootstrap, insert our script details that we have, and I go down. This we have done multiple times, right? So I'm going next, click on this server 1 security group. I'm just taking the existing, I'm just going to take existing one, review, launch this one and launch, right? So this is what I have done. And I go to the here's route 53. Technical I'll explain a little later, right? Just pay attention here now. So I come here and there are 4 different sections. The AWS also provides the facility to give you the domain names, okay? The route 53. If I click on the domain registration, the domain registration, you know, there are 100 types of domain, right? .net, .com, net, org, com, au, uk, io, info, you name it and the things are there. You will get tired of scrolling that. These many types of domain name it has. So choice is with you and every, but here the cost is high, you know, compared to the market. So I do not recommend my student to take it from here, right? Let's say I want to take Radical. So it will say that Radical is not available, take some other options, okay, and the cost will vary. So see, it is saying that it's not available and you can take it other. So you can buy the domain from here. It's not necessary you go to the some other website. But if you really want to buy the domain instead of free one, I'll not suggest to buy it from here. It's costly. You can buy from outside also, Big Rock or GoDaddy and all. So I come back to this domain. If you already bought it from the GoDaddy and all, then you can transfer it to the AWS also. That you can do that, right? That is also possible. Yeah, it's going on, Shailesh. Recording is going on. Okay, so I click on this DNS management, domain name server. DNS full form is domain name service, and you click on that, and here you need to put the domain name. So what is my domain name? I click on and select my domain name. Okay, so here I have selected my domain name, and that talks about my free domain name is AWS free domain.tk. I'm not talking about any fancy one, whatever, just for the free one that I was getting, I have taken it from here. Okay, so I go here and paste my domain name and public hosted and create. So that is created now. So now as and when I created, 2 things came, NS and SOA. Okay, so we'll talk about this later, about DNS, SAC, hosted zone tag and all this, right? Tagging is something you know already, so tagging is not different. Okay, so here I go to this section, and there are 4 things available here. Name servers, right? And you can see that here also it is a name server that we have open. So name server, and also here name servers, right? So I copy this one name server, go here and paste it. Another one, copy it, paste it. Third, paste it, and fourth. That's what I'm done. It will show that it is saved message will come. Okay, changes saved successfully. Now this AWS is mapped to my domain name, right? Both are mapped, but my EC2 is not mapped to my Route 53, right? This AWS service of DNS or the domain name is mapped to the freenom. तो freenom और ये एक दूसरे को जानते हैं. Now they started knowing each other, right? ये इसको जानता है और ये इसको जानता है because we mapped it. But AWS तो नहीं, अभी तक मेरा सर्वर तो नहीं जानता ना. My server does not know. My server does not know this. So I copy this public IP, go to the Route 53 and create record. And here in the create record, considering it is IPv4 IP, right? You can see that this IPv4. So for IPv4 we take this A record and put it here. Paste. Yeah, Kiran, I am not going to the technical as of now. I said for a time being, hold on. SOA, name server, right? All these things we will talk. Okay. So here IPv4. So this one. No change, no any other property I have selected, and click on create record, and it will take time to save. That's what I did. Simple thing, right? So I did this. Now you can see that I copy this IP address and put it into the browser, and my page is coming, right? Same, I copy my DNS name, put into the browser, and my DNS name also coming. See, my DNS name is also coming. So Kiran, you got the answer. This was your question, right? How to map it, right? This one with the domain name. So we mapped it here. Can you see that? Test page, both are the same. If I write hello here, hello world. If I do it hello here, hello world, same, right? Both are same. So domain name we have mapped, but this domain name is not secure. Can you see that? There is no certificate over here. SSL is not there. Although any website we open, example fast.com, to check the internet speed, see, you can see that lock as icon, and it talks about the certificate. Can you see that? This certificate is here, right? So but we do not have the certificate here, because that's the reason it is looks unsecure, right? It looks unsecure. Are you getting it? So what should we do? So another tool that we have, that is SSL, is provided by AWS, right? So here this freenom that we IP that we got it, that does not provide the email ID, right? We have not got the email ID. So why I am saying that email ID does not provide? Because we are going to implement the SSL. So I go with the certificate manager, ACM, AWS certificate manager. So ACM, I open it, and we are going to implement SSL, right? So this is SSL, right? Provision certificate, private certificate. I go with the public provision certificate, click on that, and request a certificate. Certificate is always mapped to the domain name, right? तो आपकी कोई भी वेबसाइट होती है उसके अंदर एक सर्टिफिकेट होता है. You can import, if you have your own certificate, you can take it from here, or you can take it from AWS. So I take it from the AWS, and AWS says that what is your domain name. So what I do, I copy my domain name and go here and paste it, right? And next, simple. I do not have email ID, right? The freenom has not given me the email ID, so I will not get an email. Let's say you bought it from the another websites, so they will give you the email IDs, okay? Info @ service @ administrator @ something, and there the mail comes. So if you click on that mail, you know what will happen, that it will validate. It will send you the mail, and it will validate you are the right person or not. If you do not have a mail, AWS also validates it, right? So you select this DNS, click next, review, very simple. Yes, it is free. As many as certificate you can take. Yes. So I click on confirm. I just click next, and it is saying that request it is pending validation. So I open it, and it's asked me you need to add it into the Route 53. Perfect. I click on that, it say that this is your name and this is your value, cname. Create. So I successfully created and continue. So it is taking time now, so we have to wait. Okay, so it is still saying pending. I refresh it and wait. Yeah, it is issued now. So if I come here, you can see that only a record that we have mapped with our server IP with the a and ns and SOA that came earlier. I refresh this and you will see one more entry that is from this one, certificate, right? Automatically came because we submitted over there, right? That came. So that we have got it, right? So here we got the certificate and the certificate is added to my domain name, right? So the domain name that I have added here, right, if I make it as it takes time, guys, we have to bear. Okay, it takes time, it will come after some time. Okay, so we have added the domain name with this and it will come. Okay, so the certificate will start coming here after some time, like the any other side, like here. Okay, it takes some time. You will surprise that, guys. Mute yourself. It was working fine. Why you are unmuting, man? I have to forcefully mute you guys then. No other go, guys. I have to mute you then. Manisha, can you mute yourself, please? I muted you. Okay, guys. The maximum duration of this certification came is 72 hours. So sometime it takes time, sometime it quickly comes. Okay, so we have to wait for that. So the thing is that, right, so if there is one more thing, right, instead of domain name I can take the DNS name also. Let's say load balancer does not give you the IP address, so what should I do? I copy the DNS name or the load balancer name or the AWS DNS name. I go to the route 53, this one, the one that I have taken, edit record set. In the edit record set that I am going to take it, instead of taking this one, right, I can click on alias. In the alias, you can choose whatever you are going to take, right? Alias to record to the hosted zone and another record in this hosted zone. If you are taking CloudFront, remember that we did the CloudFront and there I suggested. So if you are taking CloudFront, you need to take this. If you are taking the load balancer, Elastic Beanstalk load balancer, or network load balancer, S3 website, or VPC endpoint, you can take all this, right? But currently we are taking this only. And where is our server? Our server is in US North Virginia, right? So I take this and North Virginia and choose this my domain name, right? So this is my domain name. So I selected this and I am good. So it's creating the issue because the record set we already created first, so we need to create it again. Okay, so that is there. Or if we have any other domain name, we can map with that, or we need to delete this and recreate it again. So that is there. So it is up to you that we want to take which one. I'm just checking if anything else again. Same actually, it's talking about just map CNAME. This alias means CNAME, canonical name. Okay, so if I do this is the canonical name that talks about that. Okay, so alias to the record set. It is giving the error because invalid hosted because you already used it. I'll not go with that. We have to create it again. Let me check if that thing came. It's taking time. Yeah. And guys, one more thing, actually whenever you take this, you always remember that this security group should open the 443 port. Why do we not require the 443 port? Because here we have taken all traffic, but if you have taken only HTTP or SSH, it will not work, because 443 port is required. Okay, that is very important. So you have to take the 443 port. Okay. Come on, man. Sometime it comes in 2 minutes. Sometime it takes time. Okay. So this is the way you can take it, and we have done the load balancer also, right? In the past. So same load balancer also gives you the DNS name, right? So that DNS name you can update it in the Route 53 and do that. So example, let's delete this A record set and create the load balancer quickly, right? So we can do that. So if I delete this record, or I delete this, no problem. So we'll do that load balancer, but not today. So how to map the DNS name? Just I have not explained the Route 53. I just explained the simple way process of how to take the domain name from the outside, map it to the Route 53 using any server, right? That you can do that, or you can do in CloudFront also, because in CloudFront also the domain name you need to insert over there, right? I'll not prefer to wait now. You can do at your end. If it doesn't come, then I'll look into that. Okay. So I close this, and I'll close this. So just mapping. I have not explained the Route 53 yet in detail, right? But we can do it now. So certificate manager role is this much. Only take the certification, attach there, and it will come. Okay. So if you're not using, anyway it is free. It's not going to charge, but if you're not using, please delete. Okay. So let's talk about the Route 53 now, because we have already started. The ACM certificate manager role is this much. It gives you the certificate, as many as certificate, free of cost. Okay. So that's the only thing, that the role of the certification, because any website that you are working on require a certification, right? So that it can work on the SSL layers, right? SSL layer, right? That talks about. So to get the free certification, we use the AWS certification. Otherwise, in the market also, many company gives you the certification. You can buy from there, or you can get the open certificate, right? Open SSL. So you can generate your own certificate free of cost from here. You can download and you can use, right? So if you look into that, you can create your own, import your own certificate. So you can generate from free, but I would suggest this will not give you the good features, rather very secure features. So better you take from the AWS free, right? But if you are not using AWS free and you need SSL certificates, then you can use this, or you can buy from the many company, right? So there are many company who provide the SSL, right? So buy SSL, if you write, there are hundreds company will come and you can buy from them. See, started coming now. You can buy the certificates from them. So certification gives you the facility to secure your website. That's okay यार, जो नहीं किया that we will do that perfectly okay. आप एक बार बोलोगे नहीं किया, no problem. I'll consider नहीं किया, no arguments. नहीं किया तो नहीं किया, या करा भी है तो दोबारा कर लेंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा? We'll do it again. That's perfectly okay. So Kiran, what is exactly SSL certificate? Sir, that's what I said, right? Here if you look into that, even the Google, right? So Google, you can see that it is secure. It is coming up as HTTPS, secure layer, right? HTTPS, hypertext transfer protocol secured. If this is S is not there, it means your website is not authentic. It is not secured. Okay, Kiran. And that's what this SSL does. Whenever you attach the SSL, it becomes secure, HTTPS. Okay, and if you put into the Google what is HTTP and HTTPS, it will give you the details. You can read it. Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure is an extension of the Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It is used to secure communication over the computer network. वाइडली यूज इन द इंटरनेट। बिकॉज बॉस इंटरनेट की दुनिया में जाते हो, वेबसाइट बनाते हो, अगर आपकी साइट में HTTPS नहीं है, एनीबडी कैन हैक इट इजीली उसके अंदर कोई भी जा सकता है। ओके, तो ये सिक्योरिटी के लिए होता है S। ओके, एंड इफ यू अटैच S, आपको चाहिए सर्टिफिकेट, राइट? दैट सर्टिफिकेट गिव्स यू द सिक्योरिटी दैट यू कैन अटैच इट इन योर वेबसाइट। ओके किरण, एंड दिस SSL इज नॉट क्रिएटेड बाय AWS। दिस SSL व्हेन जब AWS नहीं भी था ना, तो भी SSL काम आता था। ओके, इंडस्ट्री में। तो SSL basically gives you the facility to secure a website, right? It's not only AWS, it's with all the clouds, and even when the cloud was not there, SSL was there. Okay, so let's talk about so this is all about ACM. Okay, so the thing is that now I stop this now.